How many pages is it?
Oh, it's fat, dude. It's bigger than 169. It's 100. It's like a textbook, dude. It's pretty.
It literally looks like it
goes through the entire process, dude,
of deprogramming autism.
It's by a certified coach.
Oh yeah, no, there's a bunch of like really qualified people.
Yeah, no, you really outdid yourself on this one. You passed.
really outdid yourself.
You really fucking did yourself. Okay. Anyway, after that, I'm sorry I ruined our first Dream Corner.
That was fantastic.
Yeah,
interjection actually.
Yeah. Secondly, I think me, Sleepy Night Host, will tell a dream. I think I've mentioned to people before. I don't know if I told it on the podcast last time we did this. Did I tell about the one with the windmill?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think you did, and I didn't understand it at all.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
I don't remember a windmill dream. Hit me with it.
Okay. So, I went to the old Kelly Walsh, right? And that's just what I called it. Like, it was
Kelly Walsh leaves like weird memories for me.
Yeah, that's a very personal thing, and that's not going to be something a lot of listeners can relate to. But it was like, not the actual school, but the school in the dream was a long corridor with classrooms and arches, and it was mostly taking place outside. So when you were walking through these arches, there would sometimes just be corridors leading to like windows, or like open windows, I guess, so just pathways you could walk down. So I walked down this pathway with a teacher, an older teacher, and we were just talking. And then we come to a huge, big archway, and it has a long meadow out in front of it, lined on the sides with flowers, and there's a grass path that's like perfectly mowed, like golf greens. It was like that. It looked like golf greens, and then there was like flowers, and the path contorted, like inverted and like spun in ways like not possible for physics. Like it would, think about the loops from Sonic, I would say. It did stuff like that.
Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, it's like Green Hill Zone. It was so cool, and we were just walking down it like we had nowhere to be. I think we had somewhere to be, but I remember we went there without really care. I remember we didn't really give a shit about being there. So we were walking around this like MC Escher painting of just flowers, and we come to this end, and there's like a knoll, like a grassy hill, and it dips, and on the other side there's just a floating like island with a big old-fashioned windmill, like a cottage windmill. And we're like, wow, this is so beautiful. We should go see what's in the windmill. So we walk, and like, this dream took place in pretty real time. That's why I remember it. So we walk for like, in dream time, 5 minutes. And we get to this windmill, and we climb up to the top of it to where the little roof is. You can see the front of the windmill. And there's a big ship's steering wheel. And I grab it, and I'm like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I... And I just spun it really hard. And what?
Sorry. Just continue. I'll explain it afterwards.
Okay. So I spun this wheel really hard, and the front of the windmill starts going really fast, like spinning, super fast. And then the roof of the windmill comes off and is attached to a string, and is like swinging around. With the roof is swinging around the bottom of the windmill on like I guess it would kind of look like a helicopter, if I would say, but it would be more like a tether ball. So I got you. Yeah, I was stuck inside this big tether ball with a propeller on it, spinning around a windmill on a string.
Oh, weird.
And I was like, what am I gonna do? And the professor, or not a professor, he was a teacher. He was like,
Professor Vibes.
Professor Vibes. Yeah. He was like, listen, the only way to stop this is to stop the windmill blades from spinning. So you have to go out there and you have to stop them. So while I was on this rotating spinning tetherball with a propeller, I was like crawling along the outside of it in the air while it was pushing against me. And I went up and I like grabbed the blades of the propeller and I just held on. And then I was spinning like a lot, and then I stopped. And the thing crashed into the windmill. Like it rolled down like it does at the end of the tetherball, and it just slammed into the side of it, and it knocked the whole thing over the edge of the knoll. And I was falling through the sky, and then I woke up, and that was the whole dream.
It was all for a goof.
Yeah, and I woke up and I was fucked, dude.
It's the goof, dude.
It was a
The
goof.
goof leads to the demise of mankind.
Hey, goof.
How long ago did you have this dream?
Probably, I was in, like, middle school, and now I'm going to college. So, probably, like, 6 years. And yeah, it was a crazy.
I have maybe a theory.
Well, no, so, first of all, I didn't go to the old K-Dub, but my brother went to K-Dub while I was in.
Mm-hmm.
So, to iron out that continuity error,
Yes.
what's your theory?
So, have you, you've watched Feel Good Inc., the music video.
Feel good. I was really into that. I know what you're going to say, and I was really into the Gorillas at that time in my life.
Does this image perhaps look familiar?
Feel good.
She's literally on a floating island with a windmill she
No.
can steer.
That is true. I mean, yeah, maybe, actually. I used to watch the Gorillas. Wow.
That's gotta be some
That's gotta
deep
be it.
subconscious.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's implanted itself.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, wow. I never even
That's
thought of that.
Look at this.
Yeah.
As soon as you said a floating island with a
Seriously?
windmill, this is the first thing that popped up into my head.
Also,
That had to be like deep programmed in.
Yeah.
In case
It was.
in case podcast isn't visual, but I've just showed Painter a picture of like the floating island from the Feel Good Inc. video where fucking the one chick who's from Gorillaz is like on a floating island with a windmill.
her name is
It's Noodle. It's Noodle.
Noodle, and it is Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillas. I highly recommend listening to it just because it's a great alternative song.
It is.
I'll show you. It was
It's
like
the
this kind of
alternative
windmill,
song.
though.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But it has like the same blades.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not connected at all. Maybe I'm just drawing
Well,
a
I
string
absolutely-
If it has the
Amazing.
steering wheel on it, that feels like.
I absolutely
I-
listened to the Gorillas a lot. That point of my life. Like in middle school, I was listening to Gorillas like a lot.
Okay, you reminded me of like my most terrifying dream ever.
That's the dream
like-
I want to tell here in a
wait,
second. 'cause
Okay,
it's
let's
very
let
scary.
Andrew go first
Yeah.
because I'll
Okay.
remember this one.
Sleepy McKnight host.
This is
Passes the torch.
Yeah.
this is going to be extremely short because the dream, it's really weird, but it's so back in Clovis. There's all this like broken down infrastructure and shit, and there's this one not hotel. There's this one old swimming pool that was shut down, like all decrepit and scary looking, right next to like a zoo we had. Why a town of like 30,000 people had a zoo is fucking beyond me, but that's besides the point. But like this pool had like pictures of like orca whales and like sharks and stuff, like along the side, just like marine life on it. And then I saw it was like covered in vines and shit. And there's like this gross, dark, murky water at the bottom, like at the bottom of the pool that probably collected there over years of just rain and shit. It looked really gross.
Scum.
Yeah, precisely. And then like a couple of days after I saw that, this is back when I was like 8 or 9, and I remember this dream vividly. For some reason, I was on a swim team.
Could you imagine?
I know, right? It's terrifying. It's a part of the dream being scary. I was on a swim team. We were going to practices. We're like in the locker room. We walk out to the pool, and this pool is like 2 miles long and like 500 feet wide. It is a like terrifyingly large pool, and the water was just dark and like deep blue dark. And we all get ready. We're all like lined up, ready to swim, because I guess no one thought it was weird or anything. So we all get ready to swim. Right as we get ready to swim, there's a giant, like freakishly large, like Godzilla-sized, like killer whale that comes out of the water, like fucking and attacks us. And that's the end of the dream. That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's pretty scary.
And I've had
Freaky.
a horrible dislike of orca whales since then. And they're like normally like they're like docile animals.
No, they're not.
No.
Dude. Well,
Well, they're not docile, but like
they're fucking brutal.
they're brutal, but they're like not bad.
Yeah, they're nice to humans.
No,
Yeah.
they don't go to the
They'll
way
eat
to
people
kill
every once in a
people.
while.
Yeah.
If they're like enclosed.
But most of
for
the time
an
they're like
extended duration.
yeah. But most of the time they're like not bad at all. But like I've had just like this deep hatred for them because the scene of like standing like at the front of a pool and just seeing this giant like Godzilla-sized killer, it was fucking.
Because I feel like being face to face with a killer whale would almost be scarier than being face to face with a shark, just because of how they look.
Just because of their size and looks and everything.
Yeah, they're like black and
then
white.
I didn't know what was underneath the
Pure
water.
black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was underneath the water at all. Like, ugh. Like, it literally, like, gives me the ickies to this day.
Dude, we need to go on a day trip to Buffalo. Because,
Buffalo has that one pool.
It's 50 meters across, dude, yeah.
I've been there.
I've swam in it.
I've been there. It's got, like, the rocky bottom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. I've been there before, and I hated it.
Yep.
I despised it.
I was wondering how you felt about that. I'm glad you've been there.
Yeah, no. I hated it so much. You know how they have, like, the little tethered, like, floaty things on the water?
Yes, the buoys.
Yeah, the little buoy things. I literally just sat on one of those almost the entire time. I refused to swim in it.
Oh my god.
Just because I had that, like, deep, dark memory.
Oh, it haunts you still?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Like, normal pools I'm perfectly fine with, but, like...
Well, where you can see through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, Alcova and shit... But plus, Alcova's, like, disgusting.
Yeah.
Alcova is
It's gross.
Okay, so, another thing about Casper.
We got a lake.
We have 2 lakes.
Oh, that's true.
The thing is, our lakes come from... So our town is successful for things that aren't family industry. However, people want to raise families here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we have these quarries where all of our money came from, and now they're family lakes.
Yeah, Alcova... Pathfinder's just a giant quarry,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Pathfinder is literally quarry, and then Alcova wasn't like a mining thing, but it was like a big fuck-off hole. And they were like, fill with water and fish. And the government was like, family.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Family.
Okay. Alex
Really?
Torres?
I thought Alcova was just, like, naturally occurring. I knew Pathfinder was, like, a artificial, like, quarry, like, lake bitch thing going on.
That's why there's like a fucking dam that's like powers 0% of the town. Powers like literally the
That powers
bathroom.
one kid's computer.
Yeah,
One kid's CSGO computer while he cries into the night.
dude. Okay, so Pathfinder is such a fucking weak, like, river as well. Like, everyone goes to Alcova because it's bigger. Pathfinder is such a weak river, or like weak quarry, fucking lake, that the fucking flow doesn't produce that much hydroelectric energy. That's why...
I've been to the dam, but I've never, like, swam in Pathfinder or anything.
It's not bad. I've rafted in Pathfinder. Okay.
The dam's kind of scary.
The dam is...
It's just because I fucking, like, despise heights.
According to my stepdad, you used to be able to go down it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Like,
According to-
climb down it?
Like, slide down it. Like, slide down the water slide of it.
There's no that... It's like a 75-foot drop.
Yeah, but it's like an incline.
That's true.
Into water. So, he said...
The amount of mass and momentum and how fast you'd be going...
Shatter a man's legs.
I feel like it would break you.
Yeah.
No, dude, you
It's
don't
a test
drop,
of strength.
You don't drop 75 feet.
That's true.
There's no way.
It's
It's probably like
little
13 feet. You can drop pretty far in the water. People say it's like dropping onto concrete, but...
You ever played Minecraft?
Ever played
It's how you fall into the water,
yeah,
I
if
think,
you
is...
like cross your feet, you'll be fine. But anyway, it's not big enough to break your fucking bones.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
like cliff jumping. You guys have been cliff jumping.
Yeah.
I've
Don't
never...
bother the kids while they're skateboarding. Okay.
I've never been cliff jumping. It's
It's cool.
I did it like one time when I was a
because
kid.
it combines my two worst fears:
Water.
dark, gross, disgusting, murky water and heights. It's literally like
go cliff jumping.
it's my downfall.
Dude, I don't like...
I'm not that bad with heights now, but murky water's still a bit iffy for me.
I think one thing that made me not like the lake anymore is I went to the lake as a kid and I touched a fish. Scared the shit out of me the rest of my life.
Oh, gross.
So I used to be like... Because I used to not know how to swim very well.
Uh-huh.
So I used to like swim out to the middle and be like, Mommy, look, I am in the
One time,
middle of the lake.
One time I went jet skiing, and I was like, it was really fun, and they pulled me to the shore side to like get me off the thing, and I was just sitting there on this kneeboard, and I tipped upside down, and I was just like had no control over myself. I was completely submerged in the water because I was like,
Were you
maybe
like
12. And I was just like this skinny little kid, like underwater. Like it was pulling me upwards, so I couldn't escape.
Oh.
And like my cousin had to come and like get me out of it because I just thought I was gonna drown and die right there.
Dude, that's really fun. I don't know if I want to tell this. Never mind, I don't.